welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I thought we'd do a little carrot reveal today in two parts. The first half will be ones I've grown in these root trainers, and that's what they've come out with, or come out like, and I'll just go through that a bit, explain a little bit about them, and then later on we'll go outside and I'll show you where I grew these beauties. All right, in the sand pit. Well, not just sand, but soil in bins that I cored out, and we'll go and have a look at them in a minute. But first of all, I thought I'd just explain what I did here. This was an idea I had that I saw from Jimmy, plot 41B. Good old Jimmy. He always got good stuff going on over there. And these are 28 cell, 6-inch deep, well, I guess a sort of root trainer modules. Got the sun shining, fantastic. And I thought I'd have a go at growing them in there. And it worked really well, to a point. And as you can see, the issue we had is they grew great in the root trainer, but as soon as it went out the bottom, and these root trainers I sat on top of one of those black recycling bins you use for your recycling from the council, but as soon as it hit, there again, my fault, I should have sieved probably the soil below these, because they grew brilliantly. As soon as they hit the soil below, they forked out. All right, but you've got, 6-inch good carrot there, and all these come out of there. And all I did with these is cut the bottom out a bit, made it a bit bigger, so Mr. Carrot in through there. Whee. So it shouldn't have been an issue, but it obviously was. These were just filled with compost, whereas the soil below was soil. And the other little issue I had is when a carrot's early grown, it pushes out the soil a bit, what they call heaving. And obviously with the top showing, they'll go green. Now, what I tried, and you'll see these in a minute, was putting these rings around them. It's just a bit of 50mm drainage pipe that I cut into sections and put them around like that, but they weren't quite big enough. All right, so that's these. These were sown on the 25th of March. So were all the others. We got 4 other varieties to take a look at. We got, what have we got? We've got what's now become my favourite, Burleum. We've got no, we haven't. We're going to have a look. I've got them labelled, so you'll see then. Let's go and have a look at these. Right, and so we'll put a few of these first. These are Autumn King. Now, these have been grown in the polytunnel, and another issue I had with these was I pretty much had to water them every day to keep them moist. But I come in here every day on my way home from work, so it wasn't that big an issue. And you can see there where I put the rings around, and that meant I could put a bit more compost inside to stop the tops going green. Some it worked, others it obviously didn't work. So let's see what we got. Push down, pull up, and just a nice carrot. Just a nice carrot. Do another one. Another nice carrot. And if you think, we're growing 28 carrots easily in one of these buckets. Nicely spaced. And if you want to see how I actually sowed these, I'll put the video up. All right, so there we go. And the beauty of doing it in these, every one is right. No issues, no forking, no nothing. You know, I know people can grow carrots outside. That's not what it's about. Just having trying something different. That's a bit smaller one. Let's pull a small one just to show that, you know, it's carrots, isn't it? They're not always massive. Oh, saying that, even though not a lot of leaf, we got a good carrot. But there again, you can see the issue once it had gone through the compost into the soil below. So I think moving forward, sieving the soil below and maybe lightening it up with a bit of sand might be the way to go. So there we go. That's the Autumn King too. Let's move down a bit. Okay, so next up we got the Nazarus, and here you can really see how the carrot's pushed up. This ring nowhere near big enough, but we can perhaps address that next time. Little bit of slug damage on this one. I did think I'd have more trouble with slugs with them getting up underneath here, but I didn't really. And you know, we've had fantastic germination through these. I planted about 3 seeds in each station. When they came up, I just thinned them out by cutting them. I didn't pull them, I just snipped them off. Dead simple. Right, these could be a bit more interesting. Well, there we go. Look at that beauty. Nazarus. That's a good looking carrot. And like I said before, hopefully doing it like this, they'll all be good. A little bit stumpier, still a great carrot. I'm hoping I'm in shot because I got you on close up. So Nazarus seems to be a nice big strong variety. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at that. Nothing wrong with that. Right. The next and final tub is going to be the Burleum. It was a free trial pack that I got from Foster Seeds, and it's produced some great carrots for me over the winter. So let's go have a quick look at them. Okay, so these are the final ones. The Burleum. There again, all planted at the same time, 25th of March. And there again, you can see the ring's not big enough. It's pushed up, but look at the size of the top of that carrot. Let's get it out, if I can. Right, bloody Nora. Ugh. Oh, there was 2 in there. Ha, look at that little beauty. My thinning out couldn't have been as good as I thought. Yeah. Same thing. It's grown really well down the compost, forked out when it's hit the bottom or hit the soil below. So that's one. Pull out another. Fantastic. I mean, and clean as a pin. Look at that. No problem with them. And we'll do one. There we go. This looks like a smaller one, or at least smaller leaf. A little bit smaller, but what a carrot. Fantastic. I'm over the moon with these. I must admit, I have pulled 1 or 2 earlier on, but you never know pulling carrots what you might find. But for growing carrots, in a relatively small area, easily, with thinning is made easy because you've only got like 3 in a square, 3 or 4, and it's so easy just to snip them off with scissors. And there again, watering was easy and keeping them moist was easy because I had my lance. I've got quite, a long lance. I just go in from the side, water 2 from this side, go the other side, water 2 from the other side, and then I also watered down into the soil below. So once or in this tub here, so once the root had made its way down there, it did have something to, had water and moisture to keep growing. Right, so that's them. I'm super pleased with these, and I'll be sowing more in these for an autumn harvest. And like I say, if you want to see how I sowed these and how I sowed the ones outside, I'll link the video. It worked brilliantly. Super pleased, super pleased. Right, let's go outside and hopefully we can pull some massive ones. Right, so before we start pulling them, I just thought I'd show you what I've got going on here. These are 4-inch tubes that plastic pipe in, sewage pipe, clean obviously. That I tried growing them. They're 1 metre long. Now, I made some big mistakes with these, and we go in, you can see what the issue was for one of them. I didn't fill them up and compact this compost well enough, and it sank down a lot. The other issue I had was, believe it or not, I had a mole. Yep, a mole come up through and destroyed some of them. And also, as it turned out, this area here is just slugs and snails love to hide in it, and it's a massive problem trying to get them out because obviously they're 1 metre down, especially the snails. So as you can see, we had a bit of damage. So I can improve this by putting some mesh under the bottom to stop the mole, and filling this in somehow to stop the slugs. So that's them. We've also got some in a smaller tub that was filled with sand, and all of these tubs, that's a 200-litre barrel there again, filled with sandy soil. And here we've got the purple tub just filled with very poor soil. And what I did in all the tubs is cored them out with this corer. So we made the hole, filled that with compost, and then put the carrots in. And doing the same as inside, 3 or 4 in each station, and when they come up, I just thin them out with scissors. Now these, I had a slightly bigger pipe. This is 65mm, and as you can see, that worked a lot better. All right, so I'll stick on a tripod and we'll pull some of these out. I must admit, I've had the best ones out already for our local garden show, but hopefully there'll be some nice big ones in here. Right, so we'll start off pulling the carrots out of here. Like I say, all these out here, I was trying to grow some big carrots for our local garden show. So this really isn't that an efficient way of growing carrots. Obviously, it's labour intensive, but hopefully we can get some good results. So let's pick the best one out of here, see what we got. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that's in shot. Not as long as I thought it would be in the tube, but like I say, the compost was too low, so they struggled for light to start with, and yeah, we had issues, like I say, with moles coming up from the bottom and all the rest of it. But yeah, not a bad carrot. To be honest, for the effort, yeah, probably not worth it, I would say. But then that could be down to my poor technique. This one, see, as soon as I pushed it down, I could feel the soil was loose. So the mole has got up underneath this one as well. Yeah. And where the soil, I'm guessing, where the soil wasn't touching very well and there was a void underneath, not very good. But yeah, it's clean enough. No carrot root fly or nothing like that. Still a very viable carrot. So that's the tubes. If I'm doing it again, I've learnt a lot. Right, let's go on to the tubs next. Okay, so we'll get on with the smaller tub. This was pure sand, sharp sand that I put in here and then cored out. And there again, all this is in that video that I'll share in the description. I've already had a few out of here, but let's see what we got. There again, just a nice carrot. Just a nice carrot. This one looks a little bit bigger. There again, look at that. Beautiful carrot. Absolutely brilliant. So that's that out of the smaller tub. This one is a 205 litre tub. There again, I've pulled a few out of here already, and I've got a feeling that I didn't thin these last ones out. I've got oh hello, there might just be one. Right, so it is just one. There again, this is a Burleum. Look at that for a carrot. I'm sure a few people are going to say, oh, well, it's too big and it'll be woody. We've had some of these. They're not. They're absolutely fine. And even if you were concerned about that, you know, don't grow them like this. Grow them in the little containers. Right, there's definitely two in here. So we'll just see what we got. God, crikey. But not a massive difference for going for a bigger tub. If you, I don't know if I can get this out. If you possibly had some giant carrot seed, well there you go. Two. So yeah, I've learnt something now. If you were doing this, let two carrots grow in the hole that you've cored out, and you get two decent carrots in one hole. There again, spotless and clean. No carrot root fly or anything. Oh, it was a little, yes, there is. Little bit there, but nothing of any depth. Yeah, I should have shut my mouth, shouldn't I? Little bit there. So that's them. It's a hell of a way to grow carrots, but quite labour intensive. We'll just scoot around and we'll just pull the last few out of the purple tub. Right, so go on to the last lot in the purple tub. Two different varieties in here. I did a row of Nazarus, row of Burleum, row of Nazarus, row of Burleum. So I'll just pull these out so they're out of the way. Then we'll do a full row. Right, so this is a Burleum. Look at the fatty size of that. Fantastic. Is this one clean? Yes, it is. These weren't netted. Obviously, if you wanted to be extra vigilant for the carrot fly, you could have netted them, but I didn't. So that's a Burleum. That's a Nazarus. That Burleum had gone. So this is another Nazarus. Not Nazarus. What am I not? Yes. So there we go. You know, you can never tell, but the Nazarus and the Burleum, similar sort of size. We'll do one row right across. Oh, it's not really fair. That one hasn't done so well, but we'll just pull it out. See? Fantastic. You never know. You never know. And it looks like I left 2 in here. 2 in here. That's why people that grow for show grow so many, because you never know what you're going to get. Another nice carrot. One growing out the side there, tiny. And another one, just a nice carrot. So there we go. That's my carrot reveal. Lots of different ways of doing it. And like I say, the ones out here I did, it's a bit of an experiment for show. And that worked out really well. Oh, a bit of wireworm there. See that? I think that's a wireworm. So, time to get all these out now. Wireworm, or was it the larva of the carrot root fly? I'll have to Google that and have a look at an image. Right, there we go. That's the carrots. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Cheers and glom.